got too many different sides. Got designer in your eyes. Something has to change tonight, tonight, tonight. If you're really being honest, if you really want this, ooh, oh, why you acting like a stranger? What's with your behavior? Ooh, oh, say my name, say my name. If you love me, let me hear you. Say my name, say my name. I am dying to believe you. I feel alone in your arms. I feel you breaking my heart. Say my name, say my name. If you love me, let me hear you.
De prijsuitreiking, dames en heren. Prize giving of the CSI Children Victor 1 meter 25. And a great win going to Romania.
Not far from here, we can dance in desire. We can burn in love tonight. Our hearts alive, firestones, and when they strike, we feel the love. Sparks will fly, they ignite our bones. And when they strike, we light up the world. We light up the
For Romania, great win going to Olga Batuta.
I'm from X, you're from Y.
De trofee die wordt uitgereikt. De trofee wordt overhandigd aan onze eindoverwinnaar Olga Batuta. Great win in the CSIO Children's Victor class. Waarin Hungary City Zodiac een overwinning haalde naar Roemenië in het veld van de Children Competitie binnen het kader van deze Victor 1
Sparks will fly.
Tweede plaats dan voor Robbie Shen en de second in groep basketbal voor Ireland Ierland op de team zilver. Britse Terry Morgan Stevenson third place voor Great Britain uit Groot-Brittannië. Voor de span van Sophie Christensen voor Denmark in fourth place.
watching movies, but we ain't seen a thing tonight. I don't wanna keep you up, but show me can you keep it up? 'Cause I know love to keep you up. Show me the I'ma keep you up. I've been drinking coffee, and I've been eating healthy. You know I keep it squeaky, yeah. Saving up my energy. Can you stay up all night? Fly me to my delight. 30 for 35. deeper than a knife. Now I need someone to bring me back to life. Got a feeling that I'm going under, but I know that I'll make it out alive if I could call you my lover. You watch me bleed till I can't breathe, shaking, falling onto my knees. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, tripping over myself, begging you to come help. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, just like a moth drawn to a flame. Won't you let me in? I couldn't sense the pain. Your bitter heart cold to the dust. I'm gonna reap what I sowed. I'm left seeing red on my own. Got a feeling that I'm going under, but I know that I'll make it out alive if I could call you my lover. You rush me bleeding till I can't breathe, shaking, falling onto my knees. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, tripping over myself, begging you to come help. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches. Needle in the bed, gotta get you out of my head. Needle in the bed, gonna wind up dead. Needle in the bed, gotta get you out of my head, get you out of my head. You watch me bleeding till I can't breathe, shaking, falling onto my knees. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches, tripping over myself, begging you to come help. And now that I'm without your kisses, I'll be needing stitches. Midnight, you come and pick me up, no headlights. Long drive, could end in burning flames or paradise. Fade into view. Oh, it's been a while since I have even heard from you. I should just tell you to leave, 'cause I know exactly where it leads, but I watch us go round and round each time. You've got that James Dean daydream look in your eyes, and I got that red lip plastic thing that you like. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time. 'Cause we never go out of style, we never go out of style. You got that long hair, slick back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl faith and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time. 'Cause we never go out of style, we never go out of style. So it goes. He can't keep his white eyes on the road. Takes me home. The lights are off, he's taking off his coat. I say I heard, oh, that you've been out and about with some other girl, some other girl. Yeah, he said what you heard is true, but I can't stop thinking about you all night. I said I've been there too a few times. You've got that James Dean daydream look in your eyes, and I got that red lip plastic thing that you like. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time. 'Cause we never go out of style, we never go out of style. You got that long hair, slick back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl faith and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time. 'Cause we never go out of style, we never go out of style. Yeah, you could be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest. You can be the world, you can win the war, you can talk to God, go banging on his door. You can throw your hands up, you can be the clock, You can move a mountain, you can break rocks. Some would call it practice, some would call it luck. But either way, you're going to the history book. Standing in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the brightest flame, and the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. You can go the distance, you can run the mile. You can walk straight through hell with a smile. You can be a hero, you can get the gold. Breaking all the records they thought would never be broke. Do it for the people, do it for your pride. How you ever gonna know if you don't even try? Do it for your country, do it for your name. 'Cause there's gonna be a day when you're standing in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the brightest flame, and the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be a champion, you can be a champion. 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 And Danny ran into some complications. He falls asleep during conversations. He's gotta search the street when he's on vacation. The worst thing is that I'm in the same situation. And all I do is sit and think about you. If I knew what you do, collapse my face wearing beautiful shoes. It's not living if it's not with you. And then he says we're living in a simulation. But he works in a petrol station. He says it all began with his operation. And I know you think you're sly, but you need some imagination. And all I do is sit and think about you. If I knew what you do, collapse my face wearing beautiful shoes. It's not living if it's not with you. And all I do is sit and drink without you. If I choose, then I'll lose. Distract my brain from the terrible news. It's not living if it's not with you. You'll find me in the echo of the door, working on the riddle of your heart. Lost you in a mist, now let me up. Is it love? Is it love? Is it love? Without a warning, without a sign, will you call me or will you hide? There's a shadow in my mind. How do I know it? Is it love? Tell me where in your heart am I now? Is it love? Is it love? Is it love? Tell me, what do you feel
De tweede kwalificatieronde, second qualifying competition, ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Final for juniors here at Oslo Forest Events. The course is set by Heglinder's and his team. The course with 12 obstacles and 13 efforts. Double combination with 5AB, 7AB, as well as 10A and 10. The speed required in the first round is 375 meters per minute. De snelheid van de combinaties in het parcours is 375 meter per minuut. We hebben 12 hindernissen en 15 sprongen in totaal. Denemarken, Groot-Brittannië, Noorwegen, Italië, Zwitserland, de Verenigde Staten van Amerika, België, Ierland, Nederland, Zweden en Tsjechië komen aan zet. Denmark starting with 12 points, as well as Great Britain. Norway has 13 with 8 points from yesterday's first qualifier. Italy starting on the 8, Switzerland starting with 4 points. The United States with 4 as well, 4 for Poland. Belgium starting with 0 score, 0 as well for Ireland, as well for the Netherlands, Sweden and the Czech Republic, all starting on that 0 score. It's all to fight for, it's all to play for the second qualifying competition of the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Final 2023. De tweede ronde, the second qualifying round, ladies and gentlemen, the second qualifying competition with 12 teams to come forwards. Denmark, Great Britain, Norway, Italy, Switzerland, the US, Poland, Belgium, Ireland, the Netherlands, Sweden and the Czech Republic. En die laatste ronde teams die starten in pole positie. De teams die starten in een volgorde die tegengesteld is aan de tussenstand. Dat betekent hoe verder de teams starten, hoe verder we vorderen in de competitie, zeg maar, en hoe meer we in het traject doorgaan. Want de teams van België, Ierland, Nederland, Zweden en Tsjechië, die staan allemaal op een 0 score met carte blanche aan de tweede ronde, aan de tweede kwalificatiewedstrijd. FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Final 2023. luck on behalf of the FEI, on behalf of the Fédération Équestre Internationale.
Chasing sunsets, you and I spending all our days under golden skies, losing my breath, staying up all night. Baby, I thought it'd be easy, falling in love. You take up all my heartbeat, I feel the rush. Your hands all over my body, can't get enough, can't get enough, no, can't get enough. So can you be the name that's on my lips? Don't wanna say goodbye tonight. Say we can stay the same when moonlight hits. If we just let our hearts align, hearts align. Ooh, 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 hearts align. Ooh, ooh. Hearts align forever. In a night, gave you all my love, gave you all my time. Fell together, we were up so high. Baby, I thought it'd be easy, falling in love. You take up all my heartbeat, I feel the rush. Your hands all over my body, can't get enough, can't get enough, can't get enough. So can you be the name that's on my lips? Don't wanna say goodbye tonight. Say we can stay the same when moonlight hits. If we just let our hearts align, hearts align. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hearts align. Ooh, ooh, hearts align. We're not in love, we share no stories, just something in your eyes.
12 teams die komen naar voren in deze tweede ronde in de second qualifying competition of the FEI German Nations Cup Youth Final for Juniors 2024. Time for the second qualifying competition, ladies and gentlemen, with the 12 teams coming forward. Denmark on 12, Great Britain on 12, Norway on 8, Italy on 8, Switzerland on 4, USA on 4, Holland on 4 points, Belgium on the 0 score, Ireland on 0, Netherlands on 0, Sweden on 0, and the Czech Republic on 0. Lots of things are still about to happen in this second qualifying competition. But heel wat mogelijk is in de middag.
Beneath the sky, there's blackest diamonds. We're running out of time. Don't wait for truth to come and blind us. Let's just believe the lie.
We are 1 minute away. 1 minute away, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from the start of the second qualifying competition of the FEI German Nations Cup Youth Final 2024 voor juniors. We zijn 1 minuut verwijderd. De arena is dan ook gesloten ter verkenning. De course is now closed for inspection. La piste est fermée à la reconnaissance. We are getting set and ready for the second qualifying competition of the Nations Cup Final for juniors.
one's running round and round. No, no. I'm still stuck in time, lost in a feeling, knowing no meaning. Around you hide, breaking my heart in two. I'm stuck on you, get stuck on you, get vertigo, get stuck on you, get stuck on you, get vertigo, get stuck on you. Drown it out, and all the memories that I'm thinking about. No, yeah, I know. When you're around me, I got no control. I'm still stuck in time.
Toegestaande tijd, dames en heren. Toegestaande tijd in deze omloop neergeschoten door de glinders. En is het is 68 seconden. Time allowed, ladies and gentlemen, set on 68 seconds. Toegestaande tijd van 12 deze oploop 68 dan de Decisive. Domino's op voor de tweede kwalificatie, de second qualifying competition voor de FEI Junior Nations Cup. Final for Juniors 2024.
Get stuck on you, get vertigo, get stuck on you. Get stuck on you, get vertigo, get stuck on you. Get stuck on you, get vertigo, get stuck on you. Get stuck on you, get vertigo, get stuck on you. Here I go, out to sea again. The sunshine fills my hair, and dreams hang in the air. Ghosts in the sky, and in my blue eyes, you know it feels unfair. There's magic everywhere. Look at me standing here.
Welcome along to FEI TV, and welcome along to these FEI Jumping Youth Nations Cup finals for 2024, live with you in Axelhof in Belgium. And I hope you've been enjoying your day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Of course, we've already seen the second round to both the ponies and, of course, the children this morning. Yesterday, things kicked off with those initial qualifying rounds, now the second qualifying competitions, and it's the turn of the juniors. So we have a total of 12 teams that are battling it out for what is 6 places in a final on Sunday. If we don't get into the final on Sunday, you'll go into the Challenge Cup tomorrow. Now, as much as we'll keep an eye on who is obviously doing well in today's round, we will also be concentrating on the overall scores, looking towards Sunday, where we are combining the scores from yesterday with the final scores from today. Now, the Czech Republic, Sweden, the Netherlands, Ireland and Belgium all have the advantage. They are all on a 0 score. So, I mean, that's 5 teams straight off the bat. Poland and the USA, along with the Swiss team, on 4. Italy and Norway on 8. Great Britain and Denmark on 12. Well, they're coming back in reverse order of how they finished yesterday. Hence, the Danes go first with their opening rider, Nicolene Rasmussen, riding here with Cabrillo, coming down to the wall. Now, they started really well for the Danish team yesterday. They jumped to clear, but problems came after that. And if they can at least do that again, I'm sure it would help the team immensely. And the Danish team today as well have made a rotation in the team. Andrea Rivi has come in. Sophie Proksen-Koratsen, after the elimination yesterday, has been left out. So Ulrich Kaya making a change, as they're quite entitled to do. On this curved line, 68 seconds is the time allowed. That's something that might have to be considered, looking at that. 67.69. But that, for the first to go, when you haven't got anyone to watch going before you, I think was a cracking performance. Well done. Handling it really, really well indeed. So, great start for them. And that means we are ready to continue. A little bit of a change in the order. Not change of riders, but a change in the order as to how Claire Whitaker's set things out today for the British team. Nora van Bulow being given the responsibility of going first. She certainly proved her class yet again yesterday with a cracking clear round. The only clear on the British team. And I think Claire hoping that that can sort of set the groundwork for today. With Belinsky so well at those Europeans this summer. Oh dear, coming away from home and suddenly caught out. There's a stop there. Just sort of, I mean, Nura completely caught out of nowhere. Right, there she is. All is well. She's still in the saddle. And it's part of this challenge down this line of 4, 5A and B. But you can see how, see how the course designers really pushed them into the corner. And I think, unfortunately, Belinsky there just put himself off after being surprised the first time round. What a shame for Nura. Very, very bad luck indeed. And of course, for the British team. So we'll obviously see how their remaining riders get on a little bit later. The British team and the Danish team, both, of course, starting out in terms of their performances from yesterday on a score of 12. Now we look to Norway as the first of these two teams that have picked up 8 penalties yesterday. It was the Norwegian team and the Italian team. First of the team is Ingrid Sareni Brocklund riding Ari Z. Start things off here. So, where are they? There they are. Combination jump for 4 yesterday. Well, in fairness to him, sorry, to her, of course, it's Ingrid. I don't think she had a stirrup down that entire back line, so when the horse did stop, I'm not sure there was much else that could be done. Well, we reset and we continue with the Italian team. There's just a little bit of work being done over there by the fence, but I think it won't be too long before we can... in fact, I think the bell just went. There we go, the countdown's running. Eleanor Senna Another that jumped for 4 yesterday, Encanto VDL. It's the name of the horse. Italian team also undergoing a little bit of work by Marco Bergomi, the chef de keep overnight, as Llewellyn are staying at the front of the line. Giulia Gatti Bardelli has been brought in to the number 2 slot in the team. And then it'll be Enrico Santini who will go at number 3. And Lavinia Labosco jumped the clear yesterday, has actually dropped into the anchor position at the expense of Ferrante Accini and Ludwig, who had a difficult round yesterday. So, again, teams just using their squads as wisely as they can. Well, the Italians will be pleased with the way that things have started, because that's an improvement from yesterday's score of 4. Eleonora Sana and Encanto VDL. So off and running with a clear. So 2 clears so far. Lupic next up with Hendricks, as they started yesterday for the team. They start again today. Again, this team just having a little tinker. They brought in Celia Biesi with Pandy Floss as their number 2, moving Sasha Beck into the number 3 role, and then leaving Margot as the last. So dropping Thibault Christian out of the team for this second qualifying round. Holding, and jumping that last to finish on the 4. And again, just inside the time limit. I think we will see a few of the time faults today. We'll just have to see how it pans out. At the moment, I mean, it's comfortable, but 66.35 versus 68. They finish on the 4. That's the first to go for the Swiss team, a team that finished yesterday on 4. And those teams, the Swiss, the Americans, the Polish teams, are really in a battle to try and find their way into the final on Sunday. Right, now to Team USA. Clara Prop once again starts things off. She jumped for 4 yesterday on Kokalina. And again, this team just having a little bit of a play with its order and positions. They bring Avery Griffin up from 3 to 2 in the line. They also bring in Alexa El Lignelli and Helium in at number 3. They've left out Reese Miena today. These 1m40 fences look quite small at the minute. Time will get tight. That's the only consideration, that they're going to run into time penalties, and that, of course, is just over the time allowed, but it's a improvement on yesterday's 4. Clara starting things off with a really solid round there for the USA. That time allowed has now come in to the equation by 0.68 of a second. Daria Pietrzak now with Unica K. Poland at the moment starting today in 6th place. But as I say, it's tough to say whether they'll stay there. Daria riding Unica K. The Polish chef to keep. Tomasz Wolacki going with an unchanged lineup. Of course, what probably isn't going to help now, as I'm sure you can see, the weather has given in on us and down comes the rain. Not only are they clear at the moment, and they're not going to have any issues on the clock. They've kept really forward all the way. I think they just want to get back into the warm-up to go and get dry. So there we have it. Clear round, starting things off for the Polish team. Daria doing a superb job, and of course that was a combination that jumped clear here yesterday. So double clear over the 2 days. So to the first of the 5 teams that went clear yesterday, and it's the home team, Belgium, up next. And Paris once again in the Pathfinder slot. Paris van der Cellier, Sergio van der Kotemolen Z. An unchanged lineup.
There's a space in my heart when it all comes crashing down. Anytime I hear your name out in public, there's a place that I go every time that you're in town. It's just me and the knots in my stomach. And it's true, it wasn't easy getting over you.
Belgium won the final back in 2020. Well, Paris started it off with the clear for them yesterday. Oh no, she doesn't. The time has also come up on the clock. 68.67, just over the 68. It's all part of the test. And you can see actually, just that slightly different style and pace in the way that the horses jump and ride around this course, and it's all down to that rhythm, I presume. And I know that once you've set the rhythm that works for you, it's what course designers and course builders are always looking to try and do, is break the rhythm, because if you can jump in a rhythm, you can jump clear. Whether it be lengthening, shortening, pushing them, holding them, that's what unbalances you and ends up having fences down. Well, this weather's just getting worse, and I really feel for Gary Dooley. I mean, rotten luck for the young Irish jockey, for James Kernan's team. Jumped the clear yesterday. Another team that's had a little bit of a change. Robert Russell will come in at number 2 instead of Kieran McMahon, who had that pell down yesterday. The other 3 riders going clear. So slot again for number 2. To the final line. He's certainly not letting the weather dampen his spirits or abilities at the moment. Time is good. Time is very good. There we have it. It is a clear round for Ireland, starting things off very, very nicely indeed. Well done, CSF Olympic Jewel and Gary Dooley.
Second qualifying round for Team Ireland. Advanced coach James Kernan, CSF Olympic Jewel.
3 more teams for us to see in this opening rotation. The Netherlands now. Trying to defend the title in the junior final trying to defend that title. They've won it twice in a row in the juniors. And they'll be hoping they can do that again with a bit of luck on Sunday. Their first rider, of course, now Pieman Boss and Cadillac Z. The winner of the Europeans this year. Got a nice clear yesterday. The Dutch have brought in Evie Weflink into the number 2 slot. Yesterday, Yanni got eliminated, and so of course just making that change. The other 3 riders yesterday all went clear. What happens one day won't always happen the other, and that circle will cost them not only faults on the jumping front, the time. That 1 for 1 rolls up very quickly. Well, 16 is the overall total because of the 12 time penalties on top of the 4 for the start Pieman Boss and Cadillac Z. Lots to do for the Dutch if they don't want to run into problems and drop out of the top 6. The team looking to defend on Sunday if they can get there. Carkigo Vestager now for Sweden. Partnership clear yesterday. Another team that as well have just had a little bit of a... Have they played? Oh no, they haven't changed it. No, they haven't changed. Apologies for looking at it. So, you know, Henrik Lanner, the chef to keep from Sweden, quite content looking at the list today and yesterday. Can they get the clear though?
Some days things just take way too much of my energy. I look up and the whole room's spinning. You take my cares away.
Well, probably wearing the sunglasses is a useful plan to keep the rain out your eyes. At the moment, it's working. Really smart round. Really smart round indeed. Well done. Hugo and De Grevis jumping clear. So both Ireland and Sweden of those teams that started today on a 0 have delivered a clear. Interestingly, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clears with 1 more to go in the first rotation. Laura Naminova was clear yesterday. It is the Czech Republic. Came out on top of the clears yesterday by virtue of the time. Czech Republic team coming out on top of their home round this year in the juniors, taking the win back at the end of April in Zudovic. One fence to go. As long as that stayed up, then we have another clear, which we do. So Laura Niemeniova and Kokalina delivering the clear for the Czech Republic. So great news for them. Sweden, Ireland, Poland, Italy and Denmark all have jumped clear to start things off. The USA and Belgium picked up a single penalty each. But of course, everyone can still finish on 0 if they get their remaining horses round clear. Best 3 of 4 will count to the score. Well, we're going to go back to the beginning, to Denmark and to the second rider in the Danish team. So this is the turn of first one's going down. Caroline, Katrin Christiansen and Isaac. What about the first? It was a 4 yesterday as well. Certainly found it tougher today than they did yesterday, those two. Isaac, who jumped for 4 yesterday, sadly picking up a total of 17 due to the time penalty today. For the moment, nothing changing, but certainly having to hold quite a sizable discard. So that was the Danish team. Well, it wasn't the easiest start for Great Britain. Also for Norway, who will follow them, because both teams have seen eliminations for their opening riders, which means it's now a case of all scores count. And Ruby Bars up next, moves up into the number 2 slot after yesterday jumping it to 3 and picking up a total of 12. Now here with Manzana del Hierro for Great Britain. That fence going down on the top line. Score now on 4. Becomes 8. Oh dear. Now do they allow her to continue? Does she want to continue? I hope that she's able to. Positive that she could get going again and just make sure there was a little bit of confidence left for the horse at the end of it. What a shame, bad luck really. And Manzana del Hierro. So that total score of 24 due to the elimination will all count towards the team score on top of the 12 from yesterday. Obviously give them a total of 36 at the minute. 24 the score on the day. Norway are at risk of a similar problem though. If something like that happens, they're on 8 at the moment, but elimination from their first rider has opened them up to a degree of risk. Rasmus Asseland now with Cardigan. Combination of those two yesterday jumping for 4.
Climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason. motion, just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are a reason. I'm running low, good on the call.
Weather conditions certainly haven't made it easy. The shower came through pretty heavy. It's starting to dry up and brighten up a little bit now, as you can tell. Finishing on the 8 penalty score there for Rasmus Averland and Cardigan. So the 8 having to count, so it'll move the team on to 16 as a total over 2 days, but 8 on the day. So to Italy, who got the perfect start. This team sat on 8 penalties after yesterday. Perfect start with a clear round coming from their first rider, Eleanor Sama. Now Giulia Gattibardelli is the new rider in the team today with this horse, Helios Quintos. Keep my fingers crossed they're all okay. Disappointing end for the second of the Italian riders there. Giulia, of course, just brought into the team today. But back up on her feet at least and able to walk away from this one. I'm just trying to work out where her pony has gone.
Paard is veilig terecht, helaas een val voor Giulia Gattibardelli.
Well, they've caught the pony. Rider's okay. Italy at least started with a clear. And we'll see how they move forward from here. Now, this is the Swiss team, one of those on 4 at the beginning of the day. One of the 2. Picked up 4 with lose round a little earlier. Now Celia Biasi is next up. The new rider brought into the team. Well done. Really well done to keep the Swiss on track for potentially pushing towards the top 6. So that clear means they can, at the moment, really put some pressure on the likes of Poland and the USA that also started today on a score of 4. Well, Avery Griffin is the second out now for Team USA. Moved up from the 3 slot, jumping yesterday where they went clear into the number 2 slot today. And this is going to be the turn of Bodegas Emily. USA have already started strongly. Clara Prop and Kokolina jumping for a single time penalty. Over the plank, into the final line. This combination, one of the two clears for the United States yesterday. Not going to have any time problems. They've got 10 seconds still to get back to the finish with. Oh, what a brilliant day for the USA as they can hold that one off the scoreboard. Avery Griffin goes clear to make it 2 clears in 2 days. So, Bodegas Emily delivering with Avery, and now with 2 to go, just keeping the pressure on Poland and those above them. So, the USA won this title back in 2021. I'm sure we'll be hoping to be involved in it again. So after the USA is the Polish team, who have already had a clear round today from Daria Pirazak and Inika Kay. Julia Ganowska, Janine Blue F. 4 was the score for these two in the opening round yesterday.
She lit up a candle and she showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, "Welcome to the Hotel California." Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find it here.
Very calm. Very controlled. Lovely control there, just coming off the corner, steadied the horse, and then was able just to ride down this line. Ooh, time penalty comes into play for Poland, so repeating realistically what's happened in the other direction with the USA. It's a clear and a 1, but the USA got a 1 and a clear. Sort of one of the evens thing, very tight between those teams. Now, talking of time penalties, Belgium got a time penalty with their first rider here today. They were clear all over the classes yesterday. And Jeff Peters is next up. One of those clears from yesterday here with Alina van der Rustenhof. This is for Belgium, for the home team.
Our heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to
So far, so good for Jeff. Repeating the performance from yesterday with that lovely clear. Belgium, of course, starting with a time penalty. Are they going to get another one? That could be a concern. No, they're in. They're okay. By a second, they get away with the time. So well done. The clear round is delivered. Well judged, Jeff Peters. Nicely ridden. Next to go, though, will be the Irish team and Robert Russell. So, Robert is the new rider into the team at number 2. That is not Robert, that is who's coming next. Well, we're missing Robert. We've seen very focused here. There he is. Getting a little overly focused on Evie. Right. Clear as they begin. Good jump.
As time passes, I feel so low, searching for pieces, covering up the hole. I'll fight for your love, I'll fight for your soul. I left my cares away for you. I'll be there to wait for you. Baby, you were the one for me.
Those one-time penalties keep coming round, don't they? It's only probably 3 over, but Robert Russell will know now that Ireland have to count it. I have very little doubt that it'll affect their ability to qualify, but it is still 1 fault on the board. So bad luck in that respect, but well done in leaving all the fences up. And remind you again, if you get yourself into the top 6 and qualify for the final, the scores reset to 0. Every rink now with hot lips. The Netherlands, though, who struggled with their first rider today, picking up a total of 16, which now means they really need some strong rounds. Evie, who wasn't on the team yesterday, comes in for Jonny van Schervoort. So on the fall, will that now certainly give the likes of the USA, Poland a big help. Well, they also pick up a time penalty. Was just a little bit too steady. So Evie, coming into the team today, picking up a total of 5. And 5 it is for the team over 2 days of jumping. Well, 2 more teams to go in this first half of the class. Anyone else? There they are. So Sweden, who are going well, got the clear from their first rider. Lynn Arvidsson next up. This is Clement Angie, who jumped clear yesterday. Riding a really confident round at the moment. Well, that was a nice round from Lynn Arvidsson. Sweden are looking brilliant here at the moment. They are certainly, alongside so far the Czech Republic, the faultless team. But will the Czech Republic keep that up with this round as their second rider goes now here with Albert Pisarik riding Baltic Love. This another clear from yesterday. So they've got their clear already from Laura. Now it's Albert's turn for the Czech Republic.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water, make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water. Normally, I can keep my cool, but tonight I'm wildin'. I'ma be in a dangerous mood, can you match my timing?
Good round, keep it to the 4, very fast round in fact, 65-69, I'm not sure they will, but there we have it, it is a score of 4, Czech Republic holding it as a discard though for the moment. It's only Sweden then that have managed to get 2 faultless rounds from their first 2 riders. Back with Denmark now, of course now after 2 they've had a clear and a 17. So the Danish riders on the focus once more with their third rider in the draw. Here's Andrea Rivi. Comes into the team today at number 3. J. Calendarvel.
Show me with your body, show me with your love that you get. I don't need distractions, I just need to know that you're there. I'm still trying, you're worth
Time, just watching that clock tick away. It does roll up and roll back a little bit because of the sensor, but 68.76 is a precise time, and it is 1 time on top of the 4 for jumping, so that score of 5 has to count. So that's the way it stands at the moment, on a score of 5 plus the 12 from yesterday. Here's a total of 17. Meanwhile, Great Britain have got a score of 24, unfortunately, already today. It has just been a difficult day for the Brits. Fergal Holohan now with Klima. The 8 penalties yesterday has moved up into the number 3 slot today. Well done, Fergal. Just steadying the ship after what has not been an easy day for the Brits. So picking up a single time penalty, the least of the worries for the team, and it does move the team score on to a total of 25. But again, you know, yesterday Fergal went round for 2 fences down. Today he's gone round for a time penalty. It's just made sure that he's in a good place, and of course the British team will have a chance in the Challenge Cup. Now it's Mikael Fred Nielsen on Avant der Hegeled is up next. That's for Norway. Also with one rider eliminated already, the score for today is 8 so far, 16 in total. A couple of fences is a 8 penalty score, and if they get over the time is tight but okay, which means Norway today onto a score of 16, combining that with the 8 that they already have, and 24 becomes the total over the 2 days. Again, the Swiss team heading our way as the next to go, is it? No, the Italian team should be next. There they are, Enrico Santoni. Because Italy, sadly, also had an elimination. They started, though, with a clear, which was helpful. But the clear coming from Eleanor Sana. Unfortunately, Giulia Catti-Bardelli getting eliminated. So Enrico Santoni and Catherine, this combination that jumped around for 4 yesterday. A nice turn back into that double, and was really pinging off this floor.
En als zonde van die springfout daar, 4 punten voor Volts als die op de Belgium met Frans Gauws dan.
finish on the 4. Enrico then bringing the Italian score on to 4 for today. It's going to be nip and tuck as to how these things end up at the end of it all. 12 is the total. Now for the Swiss team, we've got a clear and a 4 so far. Sasha Beck joining us right now. That's the next of these Swiss riders. A team that were locked into a battle with the USA at the start of today. This partnership picking up 4 yesterday.
Chapters close, I felt too cold when the summer rain turned into snow. I let you go, and honestly, it feels alright. I wanna go on, go on, go on. Need to be so strong, so strong, so strong. 'Cause it's hard that we remain in the past, but there's no way back. It's over chest to chest. Even though I miss you, I would lie if I'd say I need you by my side. I thought that we said friends.
10 it is by the end of the round, and with the time penalties adding in there, the Swiss now hold that as a discard today and move on to a score of 4. Well, the USA so far with a score of 1 and a clear today. This is their next team rider, Alexa Eli Lignelli, coming into the team on this partnership with Helium. Had a 1 penalty score from Clara Prop, but only clear from Avery Griffin. So, very positive at the moment, but as I said, new combination coming into play now. American team brilliantly put together, and still on for a 0 score at the moment today. But worst, it would put them on a score of 5 now as well. So depending what happens going forward, I mean, the Dutch also on a best outcome of 5 over the rounds from yesterday and today. So it's certainly pushing the USA now into qualifying contention. Now, Sorka, though, for Poland. Poland, interestingly, doing exactly the same as what the USA have done so far. And, of course, another team that started today on a score of 4. Finishing on the 12 in, and a time penalty too, so they'll hold it as a discard for the moment. It moves the Polish team onto a best potential outcome over 2 days of 5, whereas, like I say, the USA's worst potential outcome is 5. So you can look at it both ways. Belgium will go next. They've not had a bad start, 1 penalty and a clear, so still keeping things very much in the hunt. But it's the turn now of Lewis Lambrecht, who jumped clear yesterday with hopes are high. I think, of course, Belgium would like to see the clear delivered now. A little bit of a hold going on at the moment, but I think that could be over now as the countdown starts. Back round into this double. What a brilliant news story for Belgium, because that clear round really keeping them on target to go through. They won't have any problems now, because the worst score they're going to manage over 2 days is a single time penalty, so that guarantees their qualification into the final. Brilliant. Ireland could do something similar here with Jenny Dunlop. There she is in the front of our picture in the green, with Gideon B coming up next, because again, whatever the result today, it's about just making sure you get the qualification done and dusted with Gideon and Jenny clear yesterday, taking quite a tight line back into the first offence. Time penalty it might be, but do you know what? That might not help them today, but it certainly helps them in qualifying. Well done, Ireland. Guaranteed qualification for the final on Sunday. Jenny Dunlop secures that, and I think she knew what she was doing when she took her time. So, brilliantly done. It's all about looking at those best potential scores, worst potential scores as well. You know, Ireland at worst it would be 2. We know that Belgium at worst it would be 1. Ireland at best it would be 1. But it's the Dutch that maybe are in a bit of trouble here. Hughes Williams next up. They need a clear, they really do, because they're holding a discard of 16. They have a 5 they're having to use. Just when the Dutch needed a clear, it is delivered, and delivered there by Hughes Williams to ensure that they could still yet finish on that score of 5. That will be absolutely key. Nick Nanning's round, though, will still be under a lot of pressure, because the Dutch could certainly go one way or the other. Matilda Hansen could, well, lock it all down for the Swedish team right now. 2 clears so far, the only team to have done that, looking for their 3rd in a row with Dinili Delau. Well done. What a brilliant run the Swedish team are on at the moment, because they just keep jumping clear. They are through to the final and certainly looking strong to perhaps come out on top today. Well, the round next up, and of course the Czech Republic, who had such a brilliant day yesterday, is on course now as their 3rd rider. The team that started on a 0 score has had a clear and a 4 today. Katarina Badakova was one of those clears yesterday with Ella, pushing on rather well. Clear from Katarina means they keep the 4 away. The Czech team at the moment still with every chance of finishing today on a 0 score. So it's going to be down to the final riders as to how this battle finishes off. And everyone who wants to be in the top 6 certainly knows that all they can do is their best, jump the clear and hope that it is good enough. Unfortunately for Denmark, it cannot be. It is the Challenge Cup. I believe, yeah, it is the Challenge Cup for them. Their 4th rider starts out. This is Siffe Fredriksen Kristoffer. Well, there we go. It is 2 as a final score, and that is for Denmark. So they finished today on a total of 7, but that is 19 as a score across the 2. Great Britain just had a tough day in the juniors. We'll want to bounce back tomorrow, but we'll hope to finish strong if they can as well. Their final rider, Vina Livia Spotter and Crazy Girl as the final rider in the team.
En de Crazy Girl. Team Groot-Brittannië aan zet.
It's going to be such a big boost for the British team. What a brilliant, brilliant way to finish. Well done then to the last out for Great Britain. Olivia, of course, who jumped for 4 yesterday, has finished it with a clear and delivers after a difficult day. The British team then can move positively in the juniors into the Challenge Cup tomorrow. So they finished today on a score of 25, but it is an overall score across 2 days of 37. Norway looking to try and nail down a score of 16 for the day, but that will turn into 24 over 2 days. Their final rider is Siri Edison, riding here with Sadhana Tulip Tattoo. Who jumped for 5 yesterday. There was a discard mark yesterday, 4 and 1. Fortunately, though, Norway having an elimination early on today has meant they've had to count both 8s. they pick up another 8, so today it becomes that total of 24, which of course overall becomes a total of 32. So that is Norway 19 for Denmark, 32 for Norway, 37 for Great Britain. So combining yesterday's scores with today to get those totals, the graphics just showing you today's score. Italy up next, and Lavagna Labosco, Oberon van den Berg. The Italian team with a clear and a 4. That elimination at the moment, heading towards a 12 penalty score if they can get these two clear. I was going to say, I think they've just caught that front rail. Unfortunately, we'll move them on by 4 more, but really see the determination in the riding, doing all they can to keep this together. So they're on the 4 as they come towards the last. They land with time penalties to add in as well. 7 it becomes. So that is 11 for the day. It is 19 overall. It in fact brings them level with Denmark over 2 days. But it of course puts them behind the Danish team today. Denmark have done well today. Get that 17 off the books. Well, the Swiss are hoping to keep a score of 10 off the books because that's the discard they hold. Now we move into the teams that started the day on 4. Looking at the 5 zeros that started the day, it's Poland, I guess, best place. But one of these 4 penalty scores teams will be battling and hoping to try and qualify. The only trouble is the Swiss got 4 and a clear, so they know they're going to jump up to an 8 overall. But they need to keep the 10 away. This is their last rider out on course now, over the wall. Big moments this. Margaret Barchard, a touch of Royal Serrano. Clear yesterday. And they need it again.
It's pretty clear that I'm not over you. I'm still thinking about the things you do. So I don't wanna be alone tonight, alone tonight, alone tonight. Can you light the fire? I need somebody who can take control. I know exactly what I need.
Well, when you know you need to deliver, you know you're under pressure. But that is a round that is delivering under the pressure. And there we have it. The clear keeps the Swiss on a score of 4 for today. So it moves them on to a total of 8, of course, over the 2 days. It's only the best placed of the teams we've seen finish so far with today's scores, although that will change. But nevertheless, 8 it becomes over 2 days, 4 for today. Next up will be Team USA. We know that Team USA started today with a 4 fault score from yesterday, 4 penalty score from yesterday. They've had a 1 penalty and 2 clears. They could yet finish on a 0 today, which would of course put them in a brilliant position in today's results terms, but also helping them towards the qualification as well for tomorrow. Elsie Stevens back into the anchor slot as she was yesterday when she jumped that clear on Omega H and D&B. The clear round would guarantee the qualification by my maths because of the Dutch, even before Poland jump. The Dutch can't better a score of 5. Of course, if they have to use the time penalty, then we've got to look at times for that position potentially. And of course, Poland will come into play as well, and that means we do have to use the time penalty. So it's not over yet for Team USA. They certainly finish on a total of 1 for the day, which was a great position. So it's 5 overall, 5 the score. But at the moment, Poland could still finish on 5, as could the Netherlands. So there's no other team at the moment set to finish worse than that. So it is very tight to whether they're on the cusp, but they at least know where they stand. Now, Poland, right now, this could define the USA's qualification potentially, because Poland, who started in 6th today, need a clear. They have to jump a clear to stay ahead of the USA, or stay level with the USA, because their best outcome is a 5. Like the USA knew their worst outcome would be a 5. The Polish team with Patrick Stasinski and Jericho know that they have a 12 penalty discard. So in that battle for qualification, I mean, the Dutch are still holding a big discard score of 16, so there is that to contend with, but they're a little bit further down the line. The USA would like to know right now, I'm sure, whether they are in Sunday's final or not. And offence for this rider, even a time penalty for this rider, is too much. And I'm sure he knows the permutations. But if he can deliver the clear, it's going to be fascinating when we then have to start looking to the clock, which of course we will do. I mean, the USA... Oh, no, it's all over. In that... Oh, is his rain broken? I think it has, you know. I'm pretty sure the rain has snapped. It's not something you see very often, but it has happened. Yeah, well, sadly, they're going to retire him. Oh, heart goes out to the Polish team because he was doing a brilliant job. But it's the retirement which puts the team today, they have to finish, well, they finish on 13-18 for the day, with that 17 score, sorry. So 18 for the day, and that pushes them on to 22. So, of course, over 2 days, it guarantees that the USA will now finish in the top 6. Because there are 5 teams left to go, and the USA are leading the pack as things stand. So there you go. Well done to Team USA. They're going to be in the final on Sunday, the first to get their self in after Sweden, who we know did that because of the qualification. Well, we know a few other teams have sort of done enough. Netherlands, though, just having a look, if they had to count the 16 on top of the 5, it would be 21. Could still allow the Swiss in. We'll see. Jules Unit, and you never know what's going to happen because rains break occasionally, as we've just seen. Belgium know that they're through to Sunday, and the one penalty that they currently are holding as a discard, they, I'm sure, would rather leave off. Let's see what happens here with the final rider then for Belgium, riding Hector. Jumped round for 3 time penalties yesterday. Score of 4 means that Belgium will indeed finish the day on a score of 1. Which is exactly the same as the USA's today. It'll be interesting to see how they balance out. Well, that is a total of 5. Belgium's time is about just under a second slower overall when you count everything up. It's 200.90 for the USA, 201.63 for Belgium. So the USA staying ahead of Belgium in terms of the order for today, because time is the differentiating factor. Ireland up next, and in a lovely position that they know they are definitely through. Their worst potential outcome today would have been 6, and they could yet still finish on a score of 1 today if they get a clear here from Cohen, Williams and Contagna. Got the clear yesterday, looking to follow it up. Well, there we have it. It is a clear for Cohen Williams, and that, of course, ensures Ireland today finish on that 2 penalty score, as they can rid themselves of the 4 of Gary Dooley's early round. So they finish on the 2, but that puts them on 2 overall, and through they go. So great news for Belgium, great news for the USA, great news for Ireland. This is what will be interesting, because this is now for the Dutch. Now the Netherlands, with that 16 discarded, have a 5 they're counting and a clear they're counting. Nick Nanning, Horst, Jims, Classicia. That's the final 3 to jump. Pressure's on. Oh, delivering. Superb for the Netherlands, as they, of course, are looking to try and make it 3 in a row with the junior title here. As they get that clear, they finish on 5 for today. But it is, and it's, I know it says 7th there, of course, it is enough over 2 days to ensure they will go 4. Well, we know Sweden are already through because they've jumped 3 clears. They can't do any more. So now to the Czech Republic, who are trying to just make sure they could. Well, we know they're through as well, because the worst score they'll pick up as a 4. So Liam Nilsson ready to go, though, still for Sweden. It's like looking at a mini Henrik von Eckermann. Jump for 4 yesterday, still clear so far today.
Why you calling at 11:30 when you only wanna do me dirty? But I hit right back 'cause you got that, yeah. Why you always wanna act like lovers, but you never wanna be each other's?
Nicely done. In on the clock as well. Clear, clear, clear all the way for Sweden as they deliver 4 clear rounds today to make sure they go through to Sunday's final. Well done to Sweden. So it's the perfect result for them. Can it be for the Czech Republic as well? Of course, a clear round here would mean they finished in 2nd place today after the win yesterday. So Liam done. Now the turn of Rosalie Pricholotrova riding Queasy PJ. So this another combination of the jump for 4 yesterday, hoping to go one better today. Well, they'll have to count one of the 4s, so it is going to be a score of 4 for today and a 4 overall. So they finish on that 4. So well done. It's 4 overall, so puts them into 5th for the day on that score of 4. So in terms of today, well done, of course, to Sweden. Certainly making them as favourites for Sunday. In terms of the teams going through to Sunday, Sweden on a 0 over 2 days. The team from Belgium on a score of 1 over 2 days. Ireland on 2. Czech Republic on 4. And then you've got the USA with the faster 5, and then the Netherlands also on 5. So that's your 6 that go into the final. And Poland, Switzerland, Italy, Norway, Great Britain and Denmark will be in the Challenge Cup. Of course, there's still another second qualifying competition to come up today, and that will be for the young riders. It's going to start here at 5 p.m. local time this afternoon, so in about an hour and a half's time we'll kick that off. Here, live with you on FEI TV.
Every day
balance after the second team qualifier, after the second competition, ladies and gentlemen, for the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Final for the juniors. We take het part na de tweede hoofdstuk voor onze junioren. Eén team op 0 blijft staan en dat is team Zweden op de 0 score. 1 puntje verloren voor België en enkel de 2 voor team Ierland. Dat is de balans na ronde 2 after the second qualifying competition of the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Final for Juniors 2024.
Well, you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hit the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Staring at the bottom of your glass, hoping one day you'll like a dream last. But dreams come slow and they go so fast. You see it when you close your eyes. Maybe one day you'll understand why everything you touch surely dies. Staring at the ceiling in the dark, same old empty feeling in your heart. 'Cause love comes slow and it goes so fast. Well, you see it when you fall asleep, but never to touch and never to keep. 'Cause you love it too much and you dive too deep. Well, you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hit the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Cause you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hit the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. What's the trick? I wish I knew. I'm so done with thinking through all the things I
So the
could have
balance
been.
after the second qualifying competition, ladies and gentlemen, of the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Final for Juniors 2024. In first place, Team Sweden. In second place, Team Belgium. In third place, it is Team Ireland. In fourth place, Team the Czech Republic. In fifth place, Team the Netherlands. And in sixth position, Team the United States. Zweden op 1, België 2, Ierland, Tsjechië, Nederland en de Verenigde Staten. Sweden on 0, Belgium on the 1 point, Ireland on 2 penalties, Czech Republic on 4, the Netherlands and the US both on 5 penalties. That is the top 6 after the first and second qualifying competition of the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Final for juniors. And qualified for the final.
You're the drug that I'm addicted to, and I want you so bad, but I'll be fine. Why we fight, I don't know. We say what hurts the most. Oh, I tried staying cold, but you take it personal. All
feels better than this. Nothing feels better. Oh no. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life.
Dit is Big Tour, ladies and gentlemen, for our juniors under 40, same course as the Nations Cup qualifier for 2027 junior riders to take part. Guys, on the way there is Norway and Italy, there is Belgium and Ireland, there is Ivan Willis Junior.
Seagulls left and you stay right between the lines of fear and blame. You begin to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. How to save a life. Had I known how to save a life. Let him know that you know best, 'cause after all you do know best. Trying to slip past his defense without granting innocence. Lay down a list of what is wrong, the things you taught him all alone. Pray to God he hears you, and I pray to God he hears you. And where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life.
Dit wordt door de eindmeter in 66.01. De score van hier is wel voor votes voor Cleveland, voor Ireland en Playboy. Met die dan van de Nielsen dus voor la Belgique.
You wanted a million. You wanted a million. Sometimes love can hit you every day. Sometimes you can fall for everyone you see. Only one can really make me stay. A sign from the sky said to me, you wanted a million. You once in a lifetime. You make me discover one of the stars above us. You wanted a million. Once in a lifetime. You make me discover one of the stars above us.
GMT van het herdershol dan nu. Voor een Belgische driekleur aan het werk, de vijfde in de Tour is Van Dijk.
Across this new divide.
Maybe it's the way you say my name. Maybe it's the way you play your game. But it's all good. I've never known anybody like you. But it's all good. I've never dreamed of nobody like you. And I've heard if all of it comes once in a lifetime. And I'm pretty sure that you are the love of mine. 'Cause I'm in the field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you'd be mine, mine. And I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile, smile. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, praying to God that one day you'll be mine. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, all of the time. I think that you are the one for me. 'Cause it gets so hard to breathe when you're looking at me. I've never felt so alive and free. When you're looking at me, I've never felt so happy. And I've heard if all of it comes once in a lifetime. And I'm pretty sure that you are the love of
Totaal voor Ines Van Dijk en GMT van het
Cause I'm in the field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you'd be mine,
Er is
mine. And I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile, smile. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, praying to God that one day you'll be mine. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, all of the time. Dandelions into the wind you go. Should let my darling know. Dandelions into the wind you go. Should let my darling know that. 'Cause I'm in the field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you'd be mine, mine. 'Cause I'm in the field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you'd be mine, mine. And I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile, smile. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, praying to God that one day you'll be mine. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, all of the time. 'Cause I'm in the field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you'd be mine, mine.
Yeah, I doubt myself. And I'm too proud to ask for help. When you see me beside myself, I don't have to explain it, baby. Yeah, I'm over picking
Totaal van 10 punten, talent uit mooie ronde van Oranje. Oranje DT van de Berthoeven en Jonas van Dijk. Een mooie ronde en een mooie tijd. Nice ride from the Belgian combination at a time of 67.05. Voorlopig het beste resultaat in zijn bezit en de beste tijd van 67.05. Laura Naimanova. Our next to go, riding full lap for the Czech Republic, number 12.
Music we got into, songs we fell in love to. Boy, this feels so wrong too. If we ever broke up, I'll never be sad. Think about everything that we had. If we ever broke up, if we ever broke up, I call your dad. Tell him all the shittiest the things you said. If we ever broke up, but don't get emotional, 'cause it's not personal. It's just the way it goes. If we ever broke up, I'll never be sad. Think about everything that we had. If we ever broke up, you're living in Wonderland. If you think I'll understand all the shit you put me through. If girls in white dresses and big winter weddings is something you want to be true, then pack up your drama. The selfish dilemma is something this shit
Laura
can't
Naimanova
undo.
and for my the Czech Republic score aan de 10.73.28. Team de eindafrekening maar 4 voor de fout en 6 erbij voor tijdsoverschrijding voor Laura Naimanova, de Czech Republic. Bienvenue Louise Leenaerts, maintenant au départ pour la Belgique. En Mabel van het Polen voor het team aan het geluk brengen in deze parcours voor de Eagles.
But don't get emotional, 'cause it's not personal. It's just the way it goes. If we ever broke up, I'll never be sad. Think about everything that we had. If we ever broke up, I was scared of dentists in the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. All my friends are turning green. You're the magician's assistant in that dream. Ooh. And they come unstuck. Late day, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong.
Score van 8 hier voor Louise Leenaerts en voor Mabel matching combination in this big tour of our 140 junior blocks. Vanessa and Grete Pecina and the vision of Pico Bello Z, the Czech Republic.
Am I losing my mind? Never let me go. If this night is not forever, at least we are together. I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. Anywhere, whenever, apart but still together. I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone.
it's gotta bleed through. It's gotta bleed through. You held the balance of the time that only blindly I could read you, that I could read you. It's like you told me, go forward slowly. It's not a race to the end. Oh, where you look like yourself, but you're somebody else. Only it ain't on the surface. Ooh, where you talk like yourself. No, I hear someone else. Though now you're making me nervous.
Andere ook een foutje op die laatste hindernis 16 als eindscore van Julie van der Holle bij Kenna van de Sansu. Onder de 6
You were the better part of every beat, a beating heart that I had.
Wiesbaden now riding for the United States voor de Verenigde
I
Staten
finally
als
sat
Banna
alone,
C2.
pitch black, flesh and bone. Couldn't believe that you were gone. Where you look like yourself, but you're somebody else. Only it ain't on the surface. Ooh, where you talk like yourself. No, I hear someone else. Though now you're making me nervous. Ooh, where you look like yourself, but you're somebody else. Only it ain't on the surface. Ooh, where you talk like yourself. No, I hear someone else. Though now you're making me nervous.
Alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin, my radiant beam in the night. I don't need no light to see you shine.
Ronde met 4 punten voor Coltrane voor Wiesbaden en Banna C2. En samen spreekt fout in de parcours van de Big Tour-wedstrijd voor onze juniors van de Verenigde Staten van Amerika. In de Tour begroeten we dan nu figura de PS, is Alicia Svensson, representing Sweden, number 20.
For the love of my life, she's got glow on her face, a glorious look in her eyes. My angel of light, I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin, my radiant beam in the night. I don't need no light to see you shine. It's your calling. Oh, you slow down time. It's your calling.
9 in totaal, 9 Nederlandse scoren voor Alicia Svensson en voor Colorado PS. 9 in total. One time photo is included. 6807 for Sweden pour la Suède. Quel diamant en Louis Victor Schotman voor België aan het werk nummer 21. Deze Quel diamant van Diamant de Semi en Marco
Never
de
let it
Luce.
go. If you just let me invade your space, I'll take the pleasure, take it with the pain. And if in the moment I bite my lip, baby, in that moment you'll know this is something bigger than us and beyond the last. Give
for Louis Persona and Ken Diallo and Ross L. 11 and 1708. Jessica Root now for Great Britain. We gaan naar Groot-Brittannië. En deze Victour van de Decisive voor Jore. Deze de zittergrande H. En Jessica Root.
All I need's a little love in my life. All I need's a little love in the dark. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. I need a little loving tonight. Hold me so I'm not falling apart. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. Shotgun, amen, my heart, you got one. Tear me apart in this song. How do we call this love? I try to run away, but your eyes tell me to stay. Oh, why do we call this love? It seems like we've been losing control. Somebody tell me I'm not alone when I say all I need's a little love in my life. All I need's a little love in the dark. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. I need a little loving tonight. Hold me so I'm not falling apart. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. Maybe some part of you just hates me. You pick me up and play me. How do we call this love? One time, tell me you need me tonight. To make it easy, you lie and say it's all for love. It seems like we've been losing control. Somebody tell me I'm not alone when I say all I need's a little love in my life. All I need's a little love in the dark. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. I need a little loving tonight. Hold me so I'm not falling apart. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. Whoa, whoa, me and my broken heart. Whoa, whoa, me and my broken, yeah, yeah, yeah. Me and my broken, yeah, yeah. It's just me, it's just me, it's just me, me and my broken heart. All I need's a little love in my life. All I need's a little love in the dark. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. I need a little loving tonight. Hold me so I'm not falling apart. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. Boy, I think about it every night and day. I'm addicted, wanna drown inside your love. I wouldn't wanna have it any other way. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough. 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 Boy, I think about it every night and day. I'm addicted, wanna drown inside your love. I wouldn't wanna have it any other way. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I'm addicted, wanna drown inside your love.
Vol. Ja, het is
make do, wanna drown inside your love. I threw a wish in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I look to you as it fell, and now you're in
Enkel
my
4
way.
puntjes voor
I trade my
tijd
soul
voor
for a
Time
wish,
Sorry
pennies and
voor
dimes for a
Sylvia
kiss.
Frederikke
I
Christophersen
wasn't
voor
looking
Denmark.
for this, but now you're in
Break
my
4 punten,
way.
71
Your
punten.
stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing. Hot
Hier we gaan
night,
voor
wind was blowing.
Ireland
Where you
Riding
think you're
Oberon
going,
van
baby?
Lowhold.
Hey, I just
Ierland
met you,
plaatste 3
and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at you, baby. But here's my number, so call me maybe. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. And all the other boys try to chase me, but here's my number, so call me maybe. You took your time with the call, I took no time with the fall. You gave me nothing at all, but still you're in my way. I beg and borrow and steal at first sight, and it's real. I didn't know I would feel it, but it's in my way. Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing. Hot night, wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at you, baby. But here's my number, so call me maybe. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. And all the other boys try to chase me, but here's my number, so call me maybe. Before you came
Goeie
into
ronde
my
van
life, I
Oberon
missed you
van
so
Lowhold, 5
bad.
kilometer for Ireland. We rolled away in a good time as well. Time of 66.2, well, that's faster than Jonas van Dijk. So Ireland is now leading the way. Ierland in top, Belgium op 2. En Zweden is het op het brons. Ireland leading Belgium in second, Sweden in third and 2 more to go. Maar het is nog wel een Belgische delegatie die zich meldt. Nikita van der Meersen nu met Honesty Chevanese.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Gordijn meter 66,60 met 4,30 van de penaliteit. Springfout op de combinatie.
It's
Iedereen
been
is
a
aan van Nikita van der Meersen.
day
En dan is die
without you,
Chevanese
my
voor
friend.
België.
And I'll
Team
tell
is
you
leading the way
all
for Ireland
about it
and
when
is
I
Ines
see
van
you
Dijk
again.
concluding
Come
the
a
Victory competition
long way
riding Dietrich
from
van
where we
de Z.
began.
Laatst aan het
Oh,
werk
I'll
in de
tell you
Victory
all
Originore.
when I see you again. Lily was a little girl, afraid of the big white world. She grew up within her castle walls. Now
and then she tried to run. And then on the night with the setting sun, she went in the woods away, so afraid, all alone. They warned her, don't go there. There's creatures who are hiding in the dark. Then something came creeping. It told her, don't you worry, just follow everywhere I go. Top of the mountains or valley low. Give you everything you've been dreaming of. Just let me in, oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, a great win going to Kia McMahon en Oberon voor het logo. Lotte is bij ons namens het organiserend comité van het Azelot Force Events en zij feliciteert onze topgeplaatsten. Congratulating our top place riders on behalf of the organizing committees Lotte and the award ceremony of the 1 meter for the Big Tour. Miersoverwinning weggelegd voor Kia McMahon. Het is Jonas van Dijk op het zilver als beste Belg en het rijtje met de oranje DT van de Barthoeve. Third for Sweden, Karel Hugo Westergren op het brons met de Crunch R. Helena Beijers op 4, Clementine Lux 5, Louise Myrna in 6th place, Louisa May en Kim nogmaals op 8 in 8 as well. It is Lisbon Emerald. One more thing left to do in this prize giving of the 1 meter 40 Big Tour, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the more than deserved lap of honor led in by your champion, Kia McMahon for Ireland.
thinking my bitch can be everything.